So welcome back. Great to have you. I was just going through a bin, well, several different bins of all the different products that I made from the beginning, almost a year. July would be a year that I got into the leathercraft. Just got started in the leathercraft, and I was going through different bins. I have a whole bunch of different products that I made, and this was actually my very first wallet or card holder. I believe I got this leather off of Amazon. I don't even know if it's real leather. But this is the very first one I made. This is the second one I made. I made this. This is all leather I got off of Amazon. I was trying different things I never did anything with. And this is a Wicked and Craig, I think it's milled English bridle, I think it is. I made this wallet. I actually bought one of those little small sections they make. I'm not forgot what they're called. I made this wallet, never used it, and I messed up on it. These are all ones that I messed up on. These things are all hand stitched. I didn't have a sewing machine at the time. So that was that one. Then when I started getting into machine stitching, I believe. Maybe this one's hand stitched. No, wait a minute. This one could be hand stitched. It's hard to tell. It's so worn down now. But then I made one of these. This is the real thick leather. That's why this one didn't work. This one was like 4 or 5 to 5.5 ounce leather, and I had the hand skive. I had a little razor blade that I was skiving the edges with. Made one of these. That's hand stitched. Never did anything with this. I was messing around. This is when I worked out of my shed in the backyard. And this is when I started getting into machine stitching. This is Wicked and Craig leather. This one was probably one that I carried at one point. I was so proud of it. And then I tried to make my wife a long wallet. This is out of Wicked and Craig chestnut. And this one here, I did it on a machine. I sewed it on the machine. This is probably one of the third or fourth wallets I try to sew on a machine, and you see how bulky the pockets are. I had a real hard time skiving down all the edges with a I finally got one of these after I built this. So that thing really helps. But that's another wallet that I made in the beginning. This is the one I made in the beginning. This is hand stitched. Look how thick the leather is. So that didn't work. This was a little piece that I got from Wicked and Craig. Russet, I think. That's Wicked and Craig. It actually didn't come out that bad. There's some screwed up stitch marks, but it ends up in the bin. And then I got into making trifold wallets. This is the one I used to carry. It didn't come out that bad. That's one of those. And then I got into making bifold. This is all these two wallets. The trifold and this wallet is made out of chrome tan, and I bought it in 3 ounce. This one got all messed up on me. This one got all messed up on me. So these are all just like called duds. And I try to make another one of these wallets, like realizing that the leather is too thick. And then I went and bought Wicked and Craig 2 to 3 ounce leather to make the long wallet, the original long wallet, the long wallet that I was making for women. This is in that dark brown, but I feel like it was too thin of a leather, so I stopped making those in this leather. That was one of the beginning ones Same with this one. This is in the light brown, 2 to 3 ounce leather. I don't think it worked out. These are all duds too. These are all ones that I messed up on. And then I got into buying 3 to 3.5 ounce leather Wicked and Craig, and I started making these wallets. I mean these money clip wallet things, and these became really popular. This one I ended up sewing this pocket on crooked for some reason. Wasn't paying attention, so this is a dud. And then this one I did a black and blue. This is the one I have in my my drawer upstairs. This is one I use every once in a while. I just took the money clip out of the back of it. And then I stepped up to these 2 colors. This is another one of mine. I have these 2 that I keep. And then I try to get into a little card pocket. I mean a card wallet. And this is actually a Wicked and Craig that I bought in 2 to 3 ounce. And the leather cracked here. So it didn't work out. So I don't use that one anymore. Then I tried making a zipper. I don't know if you want to call this a clutch thing or something, but it has a money pocket here and a bunch of slots, and this came out horrendous, but I keep it. Then I made one of these, an iPad holder, that just sits up on the shelf. Never really made any more of these. I think I made a black one for my daughter. Then I tried making a smaller version for like just cards, but never really panned out to anything. And then of course I sell a ton of these things. Well, not a ton, but these little things that go inside. They put cards in them or whatever. And I took my shot of doing one of these toiletry bags. This one's lined. The zipper broke on this. I was stitching the zipper in, not stitching the zipper in, but I was putting the zipper pole on the wrong way, and this thing turned out to be a mess, but that's a dud. And I made this one, and I end up screwing up, or messing up, sorry, the stitches on this one too. I forgot what I did to this thing, but I mean it's still usable. But oh, and I sewed the Emma's patch on crooked. I attempted to make a little handbag with a pocket, and there's another pocket in on the inside. This one came out pretty good. I never did anything with it. Never got never offered it to anybody. And this one here is my very first tote bag that I made. I made this out of 2.5 3 ounce leather. Never just keep it up on the shelf. And then I made a couple of valet trays that you've seen. This is the wallet I currently carry. You can see the progression. I'm getting better. And then these are the current tote bags that I make. You've seen my tote bags a bunch of times, but I'm making this black one right now. Made a few other things. Made that little barrel thing, that bag that didn't work out very good. Made a whole bunch of stuff that, that crossover bag that is real popular. I can't seem to keep that one in stock. So that's kind of like all the different things I've been doing around here since the beginning. It's been a rewarding hobby that I got into, definitely. Sorry, my battery just died. But every once in a while, making a project, and I kind of forget what I'm doing, what the whole purpose of it is. But I caught myself the other day when I was putting her name on this patch here. Got a caught, and it actually slowed me down. I was staring at it, and then I looked over at her picture, and I actually talked to her for a little bit. And it just reminded me that, you know, why am I doing all this is because of her. And sometimes I get caught up, and I actually feel bad sometimes when I do that, because I get so caught up that I forget. Not forget, but it's kind of like I'm so focused on what I'm doing that step back, relax, and look at her name, you know, when I'm putting her stamp on, and kind of makes me reconnected to her, I guess. So sometimes I get wound up trying to get something done and get something done right, that I forget that not forget, but I get caught up in it. And so the other day when I was doing this one, it just made me stop in my tracks, slow it down, went over to her picture, and I always, you know, not to get too sentimental, but sometimes I get staring at her picture and I think about all the things that could have been. Kind of hard sometimes when you think that way. I try not to go that way, but so that's all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to share you a little bit of my journey with the different leathers that different projects I've been doing throughout this past year. I mean, there's a lot of products I haven't shown you because I'm all out of them, but you've seen them in other videos, and that's about it. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.